The government of Pakistan must yet to address the consequences of the rule of law crisis culminating in the 2007 state of emergency, restore the licenses of all lawyers, revoke the limitations on the media and stop the harassment of human rights defenders and lawyers.
The delegation of Egypt. Yes.
Mr. President, in consistency with the position of the African group, we should not accept any references outside of the report of the UPR. This is not related to the outcome of the UPR. We have just heard an NGO speaker saying that this penalty, abolition of this penalty is a universally agreed human right. This is false. We should not use this opportunity to promote contentious issues and claim that they are part of the process. We let the speaker finish because he was finishing his statement. The next speaker is talking about out of the scope of the UPR. I don't think we should allow this. Thank you.
Thank you. You may continue, sir.
I'd be recalling that I'm referring solely to the contents of the recommendations that I cited, and I continue. While the new parliament has refused to recognize the constitutional amendments by Musharraf's government, it has not decided yet on a method to clearly repeal those amendments, along with the emergency decrees made under them. The UPR recommended re-establishing an independent judiciary.
Excuse me, a point of order raised by the delegation of Egypt. You have the floor, sir.
Mr. President, it is not enough to mention the word recommendations and then we say whatever we want to say. If we are addressing the recommendations, we speak about the recommendations. We cannot just say a recommendation and then jump to discuss other issues while trying to create an artificial link with the recommendations. I'm afraid if the speaker wants to continue speaking, he has to address himself to the issue at stake here. Otherwise, we are going nowhere. Thank you.
May I recall before this distinguished representative of China has raised a point of order.
Thank you, Mr. President. The China delegation supports the views expressed by Egypt delegation on behalf of the group of Africa countries. We hold the view that in discussing these issues, all the parties should abide by the rules of procedures. Thank you, Mr. President.
Let me make a small clarification here. While the speaker was presenting the statement, he quoted several recommendations. Having this in mind, I would come back to the speaker and I'd like to invite him to continue. Representative of Egypt.
Mr. President, just to draw the Council's attention to the fact that the last speaker did not mention or make reference to any recommendation. Even the word recommendation did not come in the statement. We are not discussing what was said during the UPR or what was not said. We are discussing the outcome of the UPR. We are commenting on the outcome of the UPR. We cannot just use this as an opportunity to reopen what we could not open during the UPR. This is the reservation my delegation has, and that will continue to have and will continue to raise until we finish this process on Friday. I will be very much enlightened by any speaker who would let me know what does not fall as a general comment, what is outside the process of what we are doing here, unless the intention is to have another revision of any country. If this is not the intention, please tell me what does not fall within this process of adoption, since everything we object to is immediately seen as being part of the UPR and necessary for the outcome discussion that we are having. So in this case, we are having a second layer of revision. If this is not the intention, please tell me what is not. Thank you.
Let me just recall that the report of the working group is a part of the outcome and consequently is a matter of reference for statements. This is not new. It's been there ever since we agreed on how we play the hour of the adoption of the outcome.